We're going to talk about these 3 cyclical calendars that make up the revolution of time in the quantum memoir. These fruit of life thought forms are actually calendars. This is the solar cycle. It's for 12 months. This is the Earth cycle. It's for 7 days. And this is the lunar cycle. It's for 28 days. So I use all 3 of these cycles together as the revolution of time for me to, not only explore my self-awareness, but also set goals and stay on track with those. So this video is going to talk about these three, cyclical and spherical calendars, but I'm going to relate them to the Gregorian calendar. So let's go to the Quantum Memoir website, and I'll show you where to find this information. If you go to quantummemoir.com and you scroll down, you're going to see the revolution of time. Go ahead and explore the synergy of cycles. Here's going to tell you a little bit about the revolution of time, and then you're going to be able to download the template and then get step-by-step ideas on how Bodhi and I use these cycles together. And if you want to do all 3 of them together like Bodhi and I, you can go ahead and get the bundle right there. But we're going to scroll down to this Gregorian calendar that I've created for everybody. This is basically like a translator of those thought form cycles into a Gregorian style calendar. So this is probably what most people are familiar with. Little boxes lined up in, rectangle shapes in a bigger square or rectangle. And this is your time record. It's so that you can know when to meet with somebody, right? You know a future date, what's going to be arriving, when you're going to have that holiday, that work day, that time off. But it's also a record of the past. Again, you can pinpoint specific points in time, and it kind of makes life convenient so that we could meet up. But it's not exactly natural. So what I did is I took the Gregorian calendar and I color-coded the seed words. There's 7 seed words of the quantum memoir, and I color-coded those in what the day of the Gregorian calendar would be. And then I also highlighted the full moon and the new moon. And then this way, you don't have to go and sort out what those days and times are yourself. However, keep in mind that this is for the local area of where I'm at. These cycles of time have to go with nature. So a full moon here might be a day or so off from a full moon of where you're at. I'm in the northern hemisphere, so I'm celebrating winter. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you're celebrating summer. So this calendar is just a guide to get you started. And if you want a blank one so that you could go ahead and calculate it for your day and time, then just reach out to me. So now that you know that you have these 7 color-coded seed words, they're relating right here to the prompt. You can see that purpose is purple. It's focused attention. So anywhere over here where you see purple, this is a purpose day. And if there's no color, this is kind of like a day at a time. If you want to understand that better, you'll definitely want to join the collective study so that we could talk about it. And then you'll see here, red is the ground sphere. That's where you're going to seed a fresh start. So over here, we have the ground sphere. And then if we keep looking at this codex, orange is to clarify your desire for your intend sphere. Gather information is in yellow for your observe. You have connect, appreciate others in green. Express is to convey new awareness in a light blue. And then in dark blue, you have enhance lesson, but I can see I need to change the color of that. This is more of an indigo blue. This represents the third eye. This represents the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, the root chakra, and then this represents the crown chakra. So you could see that these color codes are significant to the type of energy of that day in the revolution of time for the quantum memoir. And so this would give you a perspective of what that seed word is, but it doesn't really give you the idea of how this thought form works. So that's where this Gregorian style calendar comes in. What I did is I took, we have these 4 attunements, these 4 specific dates that we line up with in the quantum memoir revolution of time. You're always going to sync up with the new moon, the first quarter moon, full moon, and last quarter of moon. So these are 4 quarters of a lunar cycle or 4 quarters of Earth cycles. So this could be 1 Earth cycle, 2 Earth cycles, 3 Earth cycles, and 4 Earth cycles, making up a month or a lunar cycle. And so you'll see that at the beginning of the week, this is the day that you create your purpose for that week. Then this is the day that you would be grounding. These are the days that you'd be intending, etc. And so then I also kind of put in the lunar phases so you can start to see how you start here at the dark moon and it starts growing into the waxing crescent. Then you come over here and you reach the first quarter. Then you're going to be moving into the waxing gibbous. And then after the full moon, you're going to have the waning gibbous. And then after the last quarter, you're going to have the waning crescent moon all the way down to where we're going to go into another new moon. So then if you go down to the next one, which is February, you'll get that Gregorian style calendar that shows you where the new moon and full moon is and where the seed word energy will be. And then you'll have the next calendar that will give you the dates of where you would be at in your earth cycle, your lunar cycle, or your solar cycle. So for example, if it was a purpose day, I would put a message here. And then the following day in the ground sphere, I'd put a message here in the morning and a message here at night. And then I would just each day, I would do my daytime and my nighttime message for my earth cycle. And that's how it relates to this Gregorian calendar right here. Purpose, ground, etc. So you just basically have one sphere or seed word a day to focus on, and then that will keep you in time and the rhythm of nature of how the lunar cycle does its growth pattern, where it comes from the new moon, waxes up to the full moon, and then wanes back down into the new moon. So you'd be going through this process if you were to do the full lunar cycle or if you just wanted to do earth cycles. So that's kind of like a quick lowdown of what these two calendars are. If you want to, go to quantummemoir.com, go to the Revolution of Time, and then if you scroll down, you'll be able to reach those calendars. So there's one for each month. Here we have January, February, etc. for all of 2023. And if you have any questions, join the collective study. Reach out to Bodhi and I. We'd be happy to ride along with you. Thanks for watching.